All right, Virgos, let's see what is going on. This is your quarter reading for the month of April, May, and June. Whenever you pick up these readings, is the time you should get them. They're actually timeless reading because of my frequency and energies. Not many people can do that. So, Virgos, transition and success over some sort of a new contractual agreement. So a positive alignment of energy, Virgos. You are ending some sort of a contractual agreement with a Sagittarian. I see you a Sagittarian, a Gemini, but you are going to be, a transition is going to be coming up for you, Virgos, and success with some sort of a new contractual agreement. So that is absolutely wonderful news. A problematic situation with a Leo, you're going to be successfully overcoming. Virgos, you are going to be so happy. You are going to be gaining knowledge of what was going on. So a new contractual agreement for you, Virgos, is going to be coming up, and this is good. Now, I should say to you, Virgos, is going to be busy. There's a whole lot that is happening. A Taurus, no new start for a Taurus. They're now going to be gaining. So Virgos, your energy is that you were dealing with negative forces, dishonest people, dishonest situation, and it is no start is going to be coming up for Aries, a Leo, and a Taurus. They're now gaining understanding of who these people are and how these people have collaborated. And for a Sagittarian and a Leo, problematic situation is going to be transpiring. So, Virgos, who are you dealing with? You're dealing with a Pisces. You're dealing with a Pisces in the first month, in the month of April. Doesn't have to be for you. You could be dealing with this person in another timeline. But we see emotional ending because information came out about what was transpiring. They now recognize the dishonesty of a situation, and this dishonesty has to do with a Pisces and a Cancer. What a Pisces and a Cancer have done. It has to do with a Aries, and it has to do with a Leo and a Sagittarian. Hardship for a Sagittarian. They're now gaining a lot of information over a Sagittarian. No new start for a Pisces and a Cancer, especially with business or in a corporation, institution, or in a department, because they now gain a lot of information on what a Pisces and a Scorpion have done, or a Pisces and a Cancer. Negative forces as invade a situation, and a Taurus was trying to get some sort of a news start, trying to get a Leo in some sort of a corporation, institution. It's not going to be happening. They recognize that the information that this Leo have is not based on factual truth. They're now going to be gaining a lot of knowledge because some sort of a project is as if they wanted to gain some sort of a new start with a project. But people are now recognizing that the Sagittarian was helping people and giving people new start in corporation, institution. And here you're seeing that the Sagittarian, they're now finding out because a judgment call is coming down on a Sagittarian. So before I go any further, this energy of the devil has to do with a Sagittarian and a Leo, okay? And they're now recognizing, because the judgment call is coming down on a Pisces and a Cancer, and they're now recognizing the collaboration with a Pisces and a Cancer. Whatever they have done, you Geminis are going to get out of this situation, and it's going to be successfully getting out. A whole lot of problems for a Sagittarian and a Leo. A whole lot of you are standing your ground and protecting your ground because you recognize that people are going to be falling, and you Virgos are getting out of damage because you Virgos recognize that a lot of people are going to be falling. A Sagittarian wanted to start some sort of a new project with you Virgos. Now Virgos, what you have to look at is this energy of the devil. Okay, this is about the ego of other people, and this is going to be the ego of a Sagittarian and a Leo. And what they have collaborated and do is going to be coming out. So when we look at the situation, is that a lot of you Virgos are protecting yourself because you Virgos recognize that a huge judgment call is coming up. And You Virgos are recognizing that your co-workers had gotten themselves in problems, that you are protecting yourself from this explosion, because um, the explosion is that a Taurus, they're now recognizing, because I see you emotionally walking away and, letting people know that I am out of here. I am not, changes. So changes. Saturn is in Pisces, so changes is coming up for a Pisces, and some sort of a news is going to be, and this is a situation where some of you are dealing with a Pisces. Some of you, a Pisces, could be saying they're living in a corporation institution. Some of you, communication between you and a Pisces, there's a lot of email going back and forth between you and a Pisces. You and a Pisces are not seeing eye to eye. That is going to be transpiring. There's a whole lot of information, and there is going to be a judgment call that is going to be coming up in the month of April. Because a Pisces is now going to be recognizing that it's as if you have been creating a whole lot of illusion for them or problem for them. So communication between you and someone at the workplace is not going as how you wanted it to go. And a Sagittarian, I see a lot of you are recognizing that a Sagittarian had some sort of an influence in this situation. Okay, so the energy of the Nine of Wands has to do with Moon in Sagittarian. So a lot of you Virgos are going to be recognizing that the Sagittarian had a lot of secrets. Whoever the Sagittarian is, the Sagittarian had a lot of secrets, and you are going to be gaining knowledge of the secrecy between a Sagittarian and a Taurus, and you're going to be walking away from this, because you're now going to be recognizing in the month of May that a Sagittarian had a secrets, and a Sagittarian was creating new start for people not under the right procedures. Okay, so a Sagittarian could be getting people in corporation where they were not qualified to be in some sort of a corporation, and they're now going to be gaining knowledge. So in the month of May, you're going to be gaining a lot of information over a Sagittarian and the dishonesty of a Sagittarian and a Leo. And you Virgos are now going to be recognizing that the Sagittarian and a Leo was basically creating a whole lot of illusion for your business, and you're going to be deciding to let it go. And in May, you're going to be having a huge success, because you are going to be recognizing that this situation is affecting my reputation, it's affecting my business. I am going to be making a decision to separate myself from the Sagittarian, because the Sagittarian in this Leo was creating a whole lot of problems on the work floor that was affecting other people and my business. So there is going to be, it's going to be that a lot of you are finding out that, these people could have been taking business from you, or these people could have been selling something or using your business to create wealth for themselves. And you Virgos are like, no, this is not what we signed up for, or this is not what I signed you up for. And this is going to be a situation where you see you're protecting yourself, and you're making sure that no new start is created. You're not taking on anyone else, or you are making sure that the the position and the decision that a Sagittarian could make in the past, you're going to be taking back these from the Sagittarian, because basically you just want to get rid of the Sagittarian. But you have to take your time releasing and taking a whole lot of, a Sagittarian had the decision and could make the decision over certain business situation at the workplace, and you're going to be recognizing I've given out too much out of my hands, and now this situation has transpired. and my company is being affected with this situation. So it's as if you were giving this person, a high stool. They could approve everything, and they were running things behind the scenes without you even knowing. So there is going to be huge problems, because whatever is happening and transpiring, people's secrecy is going to be coming out in May. And I see that a Sagittarian and a Leo is going to be having a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of issues. They are now going to be gaining knowledge of how a Aries and a Leo, and you can see the energy of the devil comes up as a Aries, and the ego base of the Aries and the Leo, and how a Sagittarian had worked together with these people and gave these people some sort of upper steps, moving up the ladder, but not in a correct form and manner. And you are now going to be gaining a whole lot of understanding that this Sagittarian was manipulating a situation, getting people in position, in organization, having too much powers, and you recognize that this person abused their powers. So here is where you Virgos are going to be releasing yourself from this Sagittarian, because you recognize that they have abused their powers, and it's as if the trust within the corporation is no, it's no longer there. The trust between you and the Sagittarian is no longer there. It could be your secretary, your personal assistant, could be your accountant, whoever this person is. You recognize that they were running their own little scheming business behind the scene. And it is a situation that you Virgos are now blaming yourself and thinking, oh my God, I gave out too much in the hand of this person, and this person have used their powers in the wrong way. So a lot of people know, and a lot of you Virgos, whoever this person is, it doesn't have to be a Sagittarian, but it could be anyone who you have given them too much power and authority, and you're recognizing that they have took you down and took down your company along with you. And there is like a lot of problems that is coming up. So May is going to be when a lot of stuff is going to be coming out. And in May, people are now going to be gaining knowledge, because a Leo is now going to be recognizing, it is over, because a Sagittarian has been called for what they were doing for a very long time. And they are now going to be gaining a lot of understanding of how people and situation was going in the back office, and you're now going to be taking back that power to the people in the black office, and taking back these management powers that you gave to these people, and these proposition that they could have, make any and approve any documentation. Now you're going to be saying, nope, all documentation come through my table, no matter how late or how long it takes to approve, whenever I have the time. So it's a thing about taking back the power, because someone has overgone their powers and used their powers in the wrong ways. And you Virgos are going to be recognizing, no, these people, this person have done me huge injustice when I had so much trust in them. So, it could be anyone, it could be a department person who does this. And for some of you, it's going to be your secretary or your accountant, or your financial controller, or salespeople, who was taking sales, but the money was not seen turning up in the business, and you were now gaining an understanding of what was going on. So May is going to be a significant month where you're going to be successfully finally getting rid and releasing the powers that you gave to a Sagittarian, an Aries, and a Leo, because you recognize they have exposed and used their powers in the wrong way. So release, you could be formulating a way to get these people out of your business or out of your department. Okay, Virgos. All right, let's look at June. June, no new start is going to be coming up for a Aries, and it is a situation that you Virgos are going to be deciding that's some sort of a contractual document that an Aries have, you are going to be canceling this. And the problem is that whatever is going on, you Virgos and a Taurus is going to be having a whole lot of problems. And this Taurus is now worried because this Taurus recognized that they're now gaining knowledge of a contract that was drawn up. They're now getting a lot of details and information. So you Virgos are going to be finding out the connection with a Taurus. A Taurus had collaborated with a Gemini and could have drawn up some sort of a contractual agreement for a Gemini. Now, when we look at the situation, is that they're now gaining knowledge and recognize that a Taurus could have helped a Gemini to get some sort of a documentation, some sort of a contract, and it's not going to be going through because this energy of the Seven of Pentacles is about a project where some sort of a project where someone was saying, yes, so Saturn is in Taurus, and Saturn is in Taurus because you Virgos is going to recognize that a Taurus was the one who applied and get some data and information and some documentation and gave it to a Gemini and created some sort of a contractual agreement, or a Taurus was the one who created some sort of a contract. And I see a Virgo is now caught and is going to be fired. Mars is in Gemini, and they are now going to be recognizing that a Gemini is connected with a Taurus. Changes is coming up for a Taurus because a lot of you Virgos is now recognized. So, you know, Virgos, this Taurus could have been the one that was drawing up contractual agreement underneath the table that you were not aware of, and they caught a Virgo with this contractual agreement and recognized that it came out of the office of the Taurus. So a problem is going to be here because changes is coming up for a Taurus. A Taurus is not going to get a new start. They now recognize what this Taurus have done, and that this Taurus has been accessing a whole lot of you know, communication between a Taurus and a Sagittarian, given up what these people were doing. So it was as if this it was a situation where you Virgos could have been in some sort of a partnership, or they could be managers, and you're recognizing that a Sagittarian and a Taurus had a lot of secrets against you Geminis, and you are going to be finding out that you Geminis, your company was used to create contracts underneath the table, and that a Sagittarian and a Taurus woman was doing. And this Taurus woman, they're now going to be recognizing that this Taurus woman had drawn up some sort of a contract and gave to a Gemini, and a Gemini is caught. Mars is in Gemini. This Gemini is caught. So I see a whole lot of worries now because the communication with a Sagittarian and a Leo and a Gemini, this Leo is in a whole lot of problem, whilst this Gemini is also in a whole lot of problem because they recognize that these people have the same contract. So it is a situation where a Sagittarian drawn up contracts, whether it's lease contract, whether it's work permit, whether it's that they were placed in different companies, corporation, they're recognizing that these contracts was created underneath the table. They could have been lease contract, and that sort of a thing that was connected underneath the table. So I see that you Virgos are going to be recognizing that you or your corporation or that under managers was creating new start and contractual agreement, whether in sales or business contractual agreements that you are not aware of, and they are now going to be shutting down a Taurus corporation because they recognize that a Taurus and a Sagittarian, communication between a Taurus and a Sagittarian, let them understand how a Sagittarian had created some sort of a new start for a Leo, and they caught a Gemini and is going to be firing a Gemini because a Pisces now recognize that this contract that a Gemini has is not for this Gemini. They're recognizing that a Leo have the same contract. So they're now going back and recognizing who and how this contract is created, and they're going to be recognizing with gaining knowledge of a a Sagittarian, communication between a Sagittarian and a Leo. They're going to be gaining knowledge of how these people were gaining a new start and gaining business using your corporation. So, Virgos is going to be sad, but it is what it is. But you Virgos are going to be ending that and getting out of the situation and creating a new, healthier business moving forward, and that is going to be good. So, out of every bad things, Virgos, come the things that is good. So follow me to the other side. If you want to see the extended of this reading, just use the join button. It is the level 2, and level 3 has a behind the scenes reading also. If you take level 3, you will get all the readings that is extended. And please thumbs up and share. Namaste.